But yeah, like this next guy, he's phenomenal. He's never skipped a beat as far as like trying to help. You know, he's had his ups and downs. Yes, we all have, absolutely. But his ups is always like overshadowed, you know, the downtimes. Like he's always cracking. He's always helping with CODs for the office. He's always helping with new formats, and you know, he could publish your book. He could kick your butt. He could freaking teach you how to do what's that game? Sudoku or Sudoku, whatever. He whatever needs to be done. Hey, I swear Clay I swear Clay can do it. So the rats, the cat's out the hat or whatever they say. The special guest today is none other than Clarence Moore. He's gonna really impact y'all today, going over a little bit of big picture and kind of like the three types of people in our business and just in life in general. So get your notepad and pen ready. You best believe Clay Moore is about to bring it. So everybody give it up for Clay!
All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love that intro. And first off, I have to say, I want to thank both Mikkel and Trey for allowing me to run this morning meeting. I really appreciate the opportunity. Now, guys, who's ready for a morning meeting now, guys?
Yay!
All right, guys. So I just wanted to start off by asking, and everybody come on mute for this because I do want to hear some answers. Like, if you had a garden, you got a chance to plant a garden, what are you going to put in your garden? Like, what are you going to plant?
Pumpkins.
Sunflowers.
Okay, now.
Edible things.
What did you say?
Tomatoes.
Okay,
apple tree.
Apple?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said tree.
The apple tree.
The tree and the garden.
Flowers? What kind of flowers? What kind of flowers?
I don't know, like all different kind of flowers.
Okay, like some
daisies.
Ooh, like orchids.
Definitely roses.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna.
Daisies and sweet peas.
Pickles.
That's a weird garden. Daisies and sweet peas.
Hey, those are my bird flowers.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Those are some weird flowers.
Wow.
But honestly, guys, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the world is actually divided into 5 different kingdoms. There's the Monterey, the Parista, the Fungi, the Plantae, and the Animalia. So each of these actually takes and contributes to the world, but one actually gives more than the other, and that's the Plantae. And as the name implies, that's where like plants are classified. So plants are actually like the lifeblood of our planet. They contribute more to the world than any other kingdom, which is a good thing because they're also the majority of life on the planet. Yeah, because they're also the majority of life on the planet. And plants come in all types, shapes, and sizes, and they've evolved in different ways. Like the Venus flytrap, for example.
I'm sorry, Clay. Can everybody, Janae, you can mute your. Everybody can just make sure your phone's muted.
Sorry.
It's okay. Don't let it happen again. Go ahead, Clay.
So the Venus flytrap, for example, that thing eats like small frogs. It'll eat insects. The cactus actually stores like water inside of itself and has some of the deepest roots out of all plants. They also protect themselves with long thorns, and flowers will bloom with like these really colorful and beautiful designs in order to attract pollinators so that they can reproduce. So when people think of plants, they typically think of just like two different groups in general, and that's the trees and the flowers. And one because they're so large in stature that they stick out from the landscape, and the other because they're so beautiful and so colorful that they add to the landscape. But people are more likely to pick a flower for a date than a tree, right? People are more likely to plant a garden than a forestry. So out in the world, there's actually 3 types of people. There's the seed, the flower, and the tree. Now the seed is someone that's still in their shell. They have dreams, but when they wake up, they leave them at home and they make sure nobody knows about them. They're afraid of what people will say and what people will think. The seed has limitless potential. Like if they would just apply themselves, but they're afraid of change. Then they see the flower and they think that, oh my gosh, they're so pretty, they're so talented, they're so outspoken. But I couldn't be like this or that. They must have been born with it. They must have caught a big break. The seed sees the tree and say, oh my gosh, I can't be so tall and so timeless. And they'll get defensive. They'll say things like, I'm afraid of heights anyway. The seed will never plant himself and find out what he could be or what he is. So the seed is afraid to come out of their shell. They scoff at opportunity, and they'll do whatever it takes not to plan ahead. they'll come up with an excuse like, oh, 40-hour work week is already too long. You know, the seed will trade their time for dollars, but your time is priceless, so don't give it to somebody else to make them rich. The seed just wants to get by. He wants to be Mr. 99. So he's not the first to go when things get bad. His goals don't extend past lunch and his dreams never leave the house. Then we have the flower. So the flower, you know, she looks the part, she dresses the part, you know, she'll walk big, she'll act big, she'll have big dreams. You know, to the seed, she looks like the perfect role model. But the flower, she's small-minded. You know, she'll say things, but she won't, you know, completely believe it. You know, she'll walk the walk as long as people are watching. She won't firmly plant her roots too deep, just in case she has to pack up and move to plant X, Y, and Z. You know, she will motivate, but she won't set the example. So the flower is pretty to look at, you know, but her beauty will fade quickly when a storm comes, whenever winter rolls around. And those storms are like the small things that we have to deal with every day. But to the flower, each one will shake her to her core. The flower is emotional, and she has to see the fruits of her labor right now, or she's going to give up tomorrow. She doesn't understand that it takes more than just talking. That doesn't do anything. And that the best things in life happen gradually through repetition and the building of strong habits. It takes being rooted so deeply in your goals that the storms can't shake you. Then we have the tree, and oh man, the tree is mighty. The tree has built himself tall because he understands that his goals rest in the sky. So he has to look up and always stretch to higher heights. The tree is all in. He digs his roots so deep that there's no going back. There's no plan B. He's going to do whatever it takes right now to win. The tree is always learning because he knows that that's the fertilizer he needs to grow stronger. The tree is always expanding his roots deeper and deeper into his foundation because the more connected he is to his foundation, the higher he can grow. The tree has bark to protect himself because he knows that naysayers are coming to try and cut him down. He knows that termites will try to break through. The tree knows that the taller he gets, the more attention he's going to garner, and the more people are going to try to break him. The tree knows this, but he doesn't care. The tree just wants to get taller. He wants to bathe in the sunlight because that's his dreams and his goals. And the tree knows that while he grows up, he also grows out. The tree is going to bear fruit, and he's going to inspire seeds to finally plant themselves. So guys, and you can unmute yourself because I do want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think that the tree had that the flower didn't? Anybody have an answer?
A deeper understanding of the foundations.
Yeah. Deeper.
Discipline.
Discipline? Yeah, definitely. He definitely had all of those things.
Determination.
I like determination.
Courage.
Patience.
Patience.
Yeah.
Courage.
Indeed, absolutely. Because one of the
I think he was pretty
things-
confident.
You know, they had the same soil, so it couldn't have been that. You know, they had the same fertilizer. So wait, maybe it was they had the same rain and the same sun. So the difference wasn't the size of their goals. They both had big goals. The difference was actions. There are actions that each and every one of us has to put in every single day to reach our goals. Greatness is achieved through habitual reliability, and that's built on our actions. So you have to set SMART goals, and SMART is an acronym. So specific. Your goals have to be something that you can envision in your mind, something that you can write down, you can draw, you can find a picture of. You want a house? Perfect. What kind? How many floors? Does it have a pool? Make your goals simple to imagine, sensible to create or achieve, and significant to you. That is what the S is. It is specific, it's simple, it's sensible, and it's significant to you. You have to keep your goals measurable. You have to be able to set small goals that you can hit every single day to reach your overarching goal. What you do every single day is something that's going to help you to achieve it. So don't make it so monumental that it's impossible. You have to count the small wins. That's what makes the journey worth it. That's what makes it meaningful. And that's what's going to keep you motivated. And that's what the M is. The M is measurable. And that's what makes it meaningful to keep you motivated. The next, your goals have to be achievable. And yes, your goals should outstretch your current abilities. Your goals should cause you to grow into the person that you want to be. But they should always remain in the realm of possibility. So you should agree with yourself that yes, I'm going to put in the actions that, and this is something that I need, and that's what makes it attainable. And that's what the A is. It's achievable through agreed upon action that makes it attainable. Your goals have to be relevant to you. Your goals have to align with where you want to be and where you are now. You have to seek out support to achieve your goals and remain in control of your goals at all times. Ask yourself, does this feel worthwhile? Do your efforts match the size of your goals? Are you backing yourself up with the proper resources and people? And that's what the R is. The R is relevant through resources you acquire to make it worthwhile. And lastly, your goals have to be time-bound. You have to set yourself a deadline. Whether daily, weekly, or monthly, hold yourself accountable because no one cares more about your dreams than you do. So think now and plan your course. And that's what the T is. It's time-bound thoughts and preparation to a goal. And that's what the tree had that the flower didn't. The tree understood that storms will come. He knew that it would take 100 no's to find 2 yeses. The tree understood that he had to focus on actions one system at a time. The first is the field, atmosphere, then retraining, then networking, then interviewing, then car rides, then crew management, then branding. If I gave you a brick right now and told you to build a staircase to your dreams, how would you build it? Would you put one brick down and then another brick on top of it, another brick on top of that? No, put one brick down and then another one beside it, and then again, and then again and again until you had a row. And then you'll start over with the second row. And then you'll notice something, that it didn't get easier. The challenges just changed. After carrying the bricks up to the 3rd floor, you're going to get tired, and that's where the seed gives up. After getting to the 15th floor, that's where the flower is going to throw in the towel. But the tree doesn't care. The tree knows that each brick he puts down is another no he took in the field. It's another time his mother and father tried to convince him to take an interview somewhere else. It's another time his feet hurt while he was in the field. It's another time his car broke down. It's another time another negative happened, but he kept on pushing through. So guys, each and every one of us has something that we're fighting for, and it will take more and more water, more and more fertilizer, and deeper roots to grow. The size of your goals will determine what kind of plant you're going to become. So when you came into this business, you may not have known what this was, but you're here now. And now for the first time in many of your lives, you're given the tools you need to plant yourself. But it's up to you to grow. A plant will only grow as high as the sun that they're chasing. So you have to set your mind on the stars. People in this business have changed their entire lives and the lives of their family by believing in a dream more than they feared somebody telling them no. They can go places and see things that otherwise they would never be able to do. They're able to touch the lives of thousands of people and alter the course of generations with a conversation and the consistent action to back it up. People like Justin Cobb, like James Sagar, like Tommy Smith, like Josh Peace, like Bernard, like Trey, and even like Mikkel.
Mercedes, can you mute your phone, please?
Orchards, not flowers. So, which are you? And that's why I'm fired up, guys. Because my goals surpass the stars. And that's why I'm going to see you all in the winner's circle. Juice?
Juice.
Juice! Hey, Clay, that was just fire, boy.
Right.
Thank you.
Listen.
So intense and inspiring.
I feel
Yeah,
so
I love the
motivated,
red hair, Destiny. All right, mute the phone. Everybody, take your left hand, slap it really hard against your right hand, and give it up for Clay.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody throw the hands clapping in the chat for Clay. Everybody.